is a pleasure to welcome to the Buzz Zone the President and CEO of US Cellular and this year's CTIA Chairwoman, Mary Dillon. And Mary, thanks for being with us here.
Absolutely, John. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me about your goals and objectives this year, as Chairwoman of the association. I'm sure you have some things in mind you'd like to get done in 2013.
Absolutely. Well, I'm honored to be the first chairwoman of the association. Yep. And I think it's pretty clear that there's an opportunity to just continue to focus on what are the factors that are going to grow wireless and how do we align around those, and then what are the potential barriers and make sure that they don't get in our way. There's, I think, plenty of opportunity. As you know, we're listening and learning from the board members right now to build a plan for the future, the Blue Ribbon Committee. I think finding opportunities for large and small carriers to align on topics, is very important for us. And, just a good example is, just making sure that the FCC does what they need to do to make sure that a good amount of spectrum is available in this upcoming auction so that we can grow the industry. Those are the kind of things I think are great for us to all work on together.
It's interesting when you talk about Blue Ribbon, a lot of people that kind of cringe, right? Oh, no. You've embraced that because you realize there is some examination to be done here, some evaluation to be done, and probably a lot of progress we can make from that.
Hey, wait, did I have a choice though? I didn't know I had a choice. No, yeah, absolutely.
You always have a choice.
But, I think, actually I was excited that we were going to launch or embark on this Blue Ribbon work this year because I'm a big believer in continuous improvement, and I think that it's always helpful to know what's on the minds of your constituents, and we started that process already, and then examine the overall goals and objectives, membership, bylaws of the CTIA, and see if there's an opportunity to refresh those. So, and I think everybody's working really well together on that.
I'll talk about Mary Dillon, if I can, here just for a little bit, because your career experiences are certainly varied, and you've been McDonald's, you've been PepsiCo, very high-level executive positions there. Now you're running a wireless company. Yeah. I mean, how have those experiences, you think, how did they prepare you to take over at US Cellular 3 years ago?
Yeah, I think a lot of times people wonder about that kind of transition, but first and foremost, to me, the thread is consumer products and thinking through the lens of consumer-driven insights and strategies to create demand. Because even though this is a technology industry, at the end of the day, this is the most important consumer product on the planet, is our smartphones. No question about it. So everything that I've done up until now was about consumer-driven businesses. They happen to be consumable products, right? But just as important in people's lives. So, we look at it through the lens of how do we make sure we're targeting the right customers. It's a big industry with a lot of competition. We have certain customers that we want to target and know them better than anybody else and treat them better than anybody else would do that. Make sure that we're in the places that they want to shop. Combine that with great technology. So we're really busting a move on 4G LTE this year. I mean, we're going to be at 90% by the end of this year. We've got a great lineup of devices, everything that's needed, and a great award-winning network. And then we have this third kind of area that I call culture, which is our people, our associates, and the passion they have about great customer service. It's recognized, it's award-winning. So I bring together consumer, technology, and culture to find a sweet spot for US Cellular, and that's a lot of kind of bringing forward what I've done in the past. The other piece I would say is the notion of collaboration. And I think in this industry there's not as much collaboration within companies as there could be, or even across companies. But nothing gets done in our company without engineering, talking to IT, talking to finance, talking to sales, talking to customer service. And that's something we did a lot in packaged goods, and I think we can do more of that here.
When you're talking about competition, obviously you know what you're up against. And those factors that you were just talking about, or those points of emphasis, are those your distinctive characteristics? Is that what separates you in the marketplace and what you're really putting your calling card on?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is an intensely competitive industry, but there's certainly warning signs about, there's factors that make it tough for a company of our size to compete. So we're always working on all of those things. But, we're not going to be everything to everybody, but we're going to make darn sure that, US Cellular has the best network, the best customer service, a very competitive device lineup, and that we treat people in the best way possible. And that really does give us what makes us different, and our customers know that. We've got our challenges ahead of us in terms of growth and profitability, like everybody in the industry, I'd say, in some ways, but I'm excited about how we're attacking those with those foundations.
Well, I know you have a great marketing campaign out now that talks about Twitter and customer service. If you haven't seen it, go to YouTube and check it out. It really is creative and drives home Mary's points. And thank you for being with us here.
Absolutely. Thank you, John.
All
right, take care.